What's up guys, in this video I wanted to talk about taking action and using taking action as a primary way of getting things done or achieving certain goals. So what do I mean by taking action? A lot of people have heard the term taking action, but what does it mean and how can it be used to accomplish a lot? So recently I've been aware, or I've come to the realization that there's a certain process that goes on in one's head before taking the final action, and I'm going to share that with you, and I'm going to share how you can break that down, or how I've broken that down and recently come to be aware that getting rid of all the processes before taking the action and taking just the action can actually shorten the time it takes to take the action, and it can actually limit the amount of productive action being wasted. So what do I mean by that? So some of us are discouraged by taking particular actions because we consider all of the disadvantages as well as the advantages, and we use the disadvantages sometimes based on fear to outweigh the advantages, even though the advantages may outweigh the disadvantages. But we purposefully rationalize the fact that having one or two disadvantages might outweigh the advantages of taking that action. Take the example of brushing one's teeth. I'm sure everybody brushes their teeth, or hopefully everybody brushes their teeth at least once or twice a day. So take, for example, somebody feels uncomfortable brushing their teeth, they don't want to brush their teeth, so they use the feeling of laziness to outweigh, or feeling of discomfort based on the fact that they can't be bothered to they don't want to use the energy to get out of their seat or go all the way upstairs to the bathroom. That you can use that disadvantage to outweigh the advantage of having clean teeth, or having a freshly smelling mouth, or having a bacteria-free mouth. So brushing your teeth contributes to your health, and there's vast advantages of brushing your teeth, especially on a regular basis. But one might use the disadvantage of being uncomfortable or being lazy to outweigh the fact that brushing the teeth is more advantageous than simply not expending any energy. So the advantages in this situation outweigh the disadvantages. But this doesn't just apply to brushing one's teeth. This applies to many areas of life. For example, taking a bath, sanitary things that are necessary on a daily basis to be able to maintain one's health. Eating junk food, going to the gym, greeting your parents, saying hello to being polite to people. Just basic things. There's a whole long list of things that can be listed. But the main point I'm trying to say is that you can adapt this principle to any action or any scenario, and think of the advantages, and you don't even necessarily need to think about many advantages. Realistically, you should think about one or two advantages that might outweigh the disadvantages. But even still, a more powerful way of taking action and being more successful in terms of reaching your goals is to not think about any advantage or disadvantage, but merely the fact that the goal is going to take you to your outcome, and the outcome is what you want. So if you're outcome dependent, which means you focus mainly on the outcome, and you're really heavily focused on success or reaching a particular goal, then just focus on the action itself. Once you focus on the action itself and you analyze really quickly how it can be performed, just perform the act without thinking, and then you've already got the action done. Because a lot of fear is what prevents us from taking particular actions, because of the fear of engaging ourselves in a disadvantage and putting ourselves at a disadvantage. But fear, if you actually approach fear, and this applies to majority of fear. Fear is in your head. Fear is a mental construct. It doesn't actually exist. Fear is inherently supposed to be larger than what the disadvantage is. The reason why fear exists is to prevent you from taking, or to discourage you from taking a particular action, so you don't put yourself in a disadvantage. Well, there's fear associated with every single disadvantage, but you have to but in order to be advantageous in life, or to gain luck in life, or be or be benefited in life, you have to accept some disadvantages. Take, for example, eating food. You have to take the disadvantage, some people might call it a disadvantage, of cooking that food. But at the end of the day, you have a healthy, nutritious meal, and you didn't have to spend much money on taking out takeaway food, which is more unhealthy. Take, for example, jogging. Some people might not want to expend energy. Most people don't want to expend energy. So that fear could be of expending energy and jogging, and a long period of exercise to some people could outweigh the advantage of burning fat and having a slimmer, trimmed body and having a healthier cardiovascular system. So the advantages always most of the time outweigh the disadvantages. That's what fear does. It's supposed to discourage us. But if you're a slave to fear, you're going to be discouraged in every aspect of your life, and eventually it's just going to gradually the disadvantages are just going to gradually overcome you. So what you want to do is you want to become an advantageous individual. I've labeled this title, I've used the term action man because I want to, or action woman, however you want to use the term, because I want to focus mainly on action and how focusing mainly on action can actually get you to your goal, and ignoring to a large degree everything that comes before the action can actually contribute to you being more successful. So I'm going to take you through the steps of what it's like ordinarily to go through the thought process of then taking an action and then reaching a particular goal, and as well as the time frame. And then I'm going to take you through the process of ignoring everything that comes before the action, and then achieving the outcome, and then the time frame compared to option A. So exhibit A is or example A is the ordinary thought process, or the ordinary thought process roughly. So what happens is a thought comes to somebody's head. I want to go to the gym. No, I want to lose weight. Why do I want to lose the weight? I want to lose weight to look better, I feel better, etc. What else do I need to do? I need to eat. Yes, Daddy. I'm recording a video. I'm recording a video. I'm what?